Ah, boy, that's right. Eagles way up boxing up in this thing again, man. Ah, dang, man. So much stuff going on, man. There's always something. Always some kind of BS or something that they got us on. But, salute out to my champ out there, Gil Coles. I see Reggie, boxing conversation with Reggie Owen in there. He said, salute my peoples. Yeah, he come through some time, man. I missed the brother. I ain't seen him for a little bit. Yeah, but things come up, man. Even my job is messing up, man. But never forget, man. You know, they say never forget. Never forget that palm strike. That's right. I hope your people come through here, Tyson Fury, because I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to do this until I'm just not, I don't know. I'm going to do it until I don't know, I get tired of doing it. When I get tired of doing it, and when I get tired of, putting my clown face on, like him, he's a big clown. So when I get tired of putting my clown face on, or just clowning him, that's what they call it, clowning, right? So when I get tired of clowning him, I will. But right now, I don't feel like stop clowning him. Boxing IQ, ring generalship, boxing skills. Get your ass out of here. And nobody's talking about it. We really didn't talk about it deep enough because you know what? A lot of people just ain't understanding like they should understand. And I don't like that all the media just dropped it like it was nothing. But now you got people coming up and saying that, hey, something's up. I just hope they go ahead and get that rematch or whatever on the way before something else happens or something like that. I don't know. They may open it up and they may open a case up and then say, you know what? We're going to have to ban you or suspend you or something like that. But I really don't want that to happen. I just want the decision to go the other way. If something does happen, I just want the decision to go the opposite way. But I still want them to have to, get that third fight in. I still want them to get that third fight in. Because I feel like Wilder got to get back at it. Got to get that work in. Got to get it done, man. I don't know. Everybody got their list, man. Changing the subject a little bit, but everybody got their list, man. Everybody got their list, the pound for pound and all that. Okay, so who's your pound for pound? Gil, pound for pound. Who is it? And what does it mean? I mean, somebody can talk about that for a whole month, but what the hell does it mean then? What does a pound for pound mean? That's right. Boxing conversation with Reggie Owen. He said real talk. That's it. You got to do something with his ass, man. You're right. You got to do something with him. And then after they do something with him, after we get his ass done the right way, fix his ass up right, they're not going to do it because the governing bodies, man. And like I said, like I was talking about before, the other day I was talking about the WBC. See, the thing about the WBC is they were honored and they was graced by having the greatest, you understand? Because Muhammad Ali really endorsed them. He really endorsed that belt a lot, man. And so they just took it from there and they ran with it like we on easy street now. And so we can do what we want to. Now that he's gone, we do it. So he definitely would not like what's going on with the WBC if he was still with us. But they got, so how many belts they got? They got so many belts and franchise, but they just screwed it up. They screwed everything up, man. Because you can't even keep it lineal no more. Not even with that one belt, you can't even keep it lineal because the belt's all over the place. You can't keep something in a line if it's split all up. You know what I mean? So it's split all over the place. So how you gonna keep it in a straight line? It can never go back to being lineal. So they shouldn't even mention lineal in the first place, especially when there's so much controversy about the lineal champions, especially like the Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? The only thing they can do is clean house. Maybe join. No, who's gonna get mad? think about it. Who's gonna actually get mad? So I know I went back on the subject because Reggie Owens. I had to go back on the subject. So, but who's really gonna get upset? I see you down there, Don Dada. Let me read out my hieroglyphs, man. You know when Don come in, I got to read the Friday hieroglyphs out. Don Dada said Eagles web boxing. He got the eagle up good, got the web up good in the glove. He said the bell in that thumb. We hang out in peace. He said because that neck can be out there because we got lions up in here. He said weigh it out and hit that thumbs up. It don't matter because there ain't no color thing. He said the brown thumb to the yellow to the white thumb, whatever. We doing all absolute facts. Hit that like button and enjoy the content. Yeah. And so shout out and welcome to Don to the Dada. Yeah. But the only way we're going to get this back, lineal. It's the only way, folks. The only way we're going to get this back lineal is if we have a voice. And then we just all stand together and say, you know what, we got to, because my thought was what I was saying, nobody's going to get mad if you consider, these belts a monopoly. Who's going to get mad? If the IBF joined with the WBA and WBC, who's going to get mad about that? So to have one belt. And notice that I never mentioned very often, I can't stand to mention this WB Oops belt, this WBO belt. Because my opine is going to stay the same about that. I'm always going to reflect back and think that that is the Great White Hope belt. The individual Great White Hope belt, not the real Great White Hope belt. Because we already know that the Great White Hope, it has nothing to do with white, and it has nothing to do with the hope, the real hope. And we know that's all a power play, and that's all for people, to ignorant down people. That's what that's for. So that's what they got that. That's what they got there for. You know what I mean? It's a power thing. It's all power. It has nothing to do with color. People always think color. No, it's not color. It's power. Because believe me, everybody from different colors is on that team. So come together, get that one damn belt, man. We don't need but one belt. And there's thousands and thousands of belts, y'all. Just to let you know. Which should be buttons, pins, medals, or something else. When you talk about belts, belts should be for the champions. Belts should not be for anybody else. Because what's the prize? And a lot of fighters, you might even have fighters that's good enough to go get the big belt. But they not because they'll get happy. Oh, I got the Commonwealth belt. I got this belt or something like that. They're looking at it and it says, oh, it looks just as good. There's no intrigue for it, especially if they're getting paid. If they're getting paid. You see what I mean? If I'm getting paid, I don't care. I mean, I don't even want, if you paying me, what do I even care about a title? What do I care about a title if I'm getting paid? And when I say getting paid, I mean I'm getting money. Like I'm getting paid up in here. So why am I worried about any kind of title? I don't really need a title. I don't need a president title. I don't need a governor's title. I don't need a mayor's title. You know what I mean? I don't need the CEO title, COF or anything, CEF or whatever. Okay. I don't need none of those, COI or nothing. I need zero. You feel? Because I'm getting that money. So what does this whole pound for pound mean, Don Dada? What does it mean? Does it mean that the fighter that you pick is pound for pound, which is going to probably be Crawford? But you got a title, and both of y'all strapped up. You and Gil strapped up. So stop it, Don. Don, come here. Look at Don already starting. He says Friday. I'm gonna start my crap today. He said, who is Eagles Web heavyweight champion right now? In the web. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. The whole title thing. See, if we got to stick with it, then stick with it. You see what I mean? if you're going to stick with it, because Wilder's champ still to me. So if we're going to stick with it, then let's stick with it. Let's not come up with no BS or nothing like that. If you're going to stick with the narrative that a belt don't really matter, then let's stick with that. But let's also go with the with whatever. I don't want to use the word wishes. Y'all know I don't like stuff like wishes and stuff like that. That's witchcraft to me. So let's just go with what the fighter feels. You see what I mean? Like Earl, for instance, EJ. So EJ is talking about strap season, right? So EJ wanted to be strap season. So for EJ, since it's strap season, then guess what? It should be for you. For you, it should be strap season. And I know this is, like, a lot of people's not going to like this. But the thing about it, Earl will beat up, I'm sorry, Don, he will beat up Crawford. He will beat him up. Believe me, he will beat him up. And I'll take whatever amount I think that anybody wants to bet on that. He will beat him up. But because of what I said earlier, because I said about that belt, that WBO belt, it's not that really intriguing. And then Master on the other side is killing everything. He's killing boxing right now, silently, but not silent. If you understand what I'm talking about. Because what he's doing, he's taking like top fighters, no matter who they are, he's taking top fighters and he's belittling them. Top draws. Now, I'm not saying that they might not be the most excellent draw, but we're talking about pound for pound. Okay, let me ask you a simple question. Was Mikey Garcia in the conversation in the last couple of years? Was he in the conversation for pound for pound? Was he in the conversation for pound? Just in the conversation, was he? And I know y'all gonna go like this. Yes, he was. For pound. Is he still in that conversation, or how many people have actually replaced him in that conversation? Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead and put up some. I gotta turn this thing off real quick, man. Hold on, but just put up a name. Put up a couple of names who've replaced him. Oh, Don. Yeah, I see you, Don. Don said Mikey was in the conversation, but for number one. See? So Mikey's in that conversation, right? And we already know who's in that conversation, man. It's not that many just in that conversation. So but the thing is, we're going to break a lot of stuff down about the whole thing, about the whole pound for pound. Because we know who my pound for pound is. Right here. Right underneath me. Right underneath where it's showing my video. You know what I'm talking about. But we already know who the pound for pound is, right? So who else is in that conversation? Who's in that conversation right now? And matter of fact, who is telling the story about this pound for pound? Okay, who's starting this story? And who's causing a lot of the controversy? Don't you know some of the older fighters are, and not even that old, I'm talking about fighters that just got out the game. I don't like to mention a lot of them. but just got out the game are endorsing Crawford. But Crawford ain't really getting nothing done. Now, we can look at the politics or whatever, but then are we going to really understand the politics? Because you got people playing favoritism right in front of your face, right? And you guys already know that, because I think you guys we were talking about that the other day. How Bob is, not wanting the fight between Crawford and Pacquiao. And you guys talked about that. I don't know what it was, a week ago. I don't know when it was, but you guys talked about that. And we was talking about that. Because Master Bob controls whatever Terrence Crawford does. But what does this whole pound for pound mean? So if we talk about pound for pound, okay, let's put a number out there, Don Dada, or whoever's in here. Let's put a number out there let's just go from 1 to 5. Is Mikey even in there from 1 to 5? I see E. Wood done fell up in there. He done flew up in the eagle's web. He got his eagle up there good. Look at his eagle. He got his eagle up there good. He got his crown up there good. Got the hand up. He said, look here. He said, check it out. It's 100. Yeah. So who is the top 5 pound for pound? And once we establish that, then we'll go further in. We're going to keep going in. We're going to keep going in. We digging this deep one. I see you, and I see what you wrote down there too, though, Don Dada. He said EJ has passed Mikey G since the fight, right? Don Dada says that Eagle trying to put a battery on my back about T-Boy Crawford, and I'm going to let him. Well, you know what? If you got somebody that have the stick, now we don't use the sacred stick no more. You got to look at E. Wood. You see how E. Wood get? E. Wood always get like that when he at work, man. He like, God dang, at work again. God dang. But as long as you can listen in, brother, don't worry about it, man. As long as you can listen in. But see, look, as long as somebody had one of these, when somebody has one of these, and I'm not talking about the thumbs up, because from there, it does kind of look like a thumbs up, right? I like that because it's almost like that little thumb. It's almost like pointing up, like, hey, hit that thumb up. But when somebody has one of these and they use it constantly to tell you to get out their face, then how much of a pound for pound? See, we haven't even got there yet on that part of being pound for pound. You see what I mean? We haven't even got that part of pound for pound. Because pound for pound, should you have to beg for scraps if you pound for pound? Huh? Should you have to be looking through garbage cans and all that if you pound for pound? That's the question. Because we talking about pound for pound. But we talking about it in the grown folks way. We're not talking about it like, oh yeah, I got him for pound or something like that. Or that's pound for pound. Yeah, we know that already. We already know that you're going to have certain people pound for pound. We know that. Okay, that's not what we're talking about. Even though I would like to see it, you put it down, of course. We're going to divide them up, but we talking pound for pound. Look, can pound for pound have this? Is this the mark of a fighter this pound for pound? Is take your ass out of here a standard for pound? And you guys know I don't even like to talk about this anyway in the first place. But now y'all got me on there talking about the damn pound for pound. When we know we're going to keep bringing this up. But I keep it with me though. But we're going to keep this going. Anyway, the coffin's still open. Coffin's still open. Look at that. And see, we're still talking pound for pound. But I just want y'all to see. Because I'm holding this in my hand. The glove is up. Look. Y'all notice something about this glove? This is perfect right here, man. Think about it. Look. That's the bottom part of the glove, right? And all those clips I show you, all the punches are going like this. You see what I mean? But we'll talk about this too, though. But I just want to show you the glove. So let me bend it up. Look. That's a glove bent up the in back. Broken wrist. That's broken wrist right there. This is as far as I can bend my. This is as far as I can actually bend my hand right there. And it has to be a strike with that. I'm gonna keep bringing it up. And I'm not the one that uses the word like petty or something like that, because that I let my little nephew handle that. He just want to talk about the petty stuff. But look at that, check like a cobra. And I'm gonna keep this going. This is my campaign. My campaign is to get the dirt out of boxing. See, and that ain't no hand in the glove up there like that. Are you kidding me? I can think of a whole lot of stuff, especially with these gloves. Got a hole right there. There's a lot of little. There's so much dirty stuff you can do with this. But nobody's gonna get it. My chat gonna get it, and then a few other people gonna get it. But a lot of people not. Oh, Don Dutton he got his top 5 pound for pound. He said Bud 1. Oh my goodness. Shields 2. He said Inaway 3. Maul 4. EJ 5. Okay. And I'm glad you put it down like that, in which I knew you was gonna put number 1. I knew who number 1 was gonna be for you. And everybody in here that know you knew what you was going to do. You and Bud can hit the door. I'll be Bob right now. Okay, so since Don brought that up, let's talk about Don to the Dada. So how is that working out? Because you're probably not the only one. You might probably not the only one to have the list that you got. Okay. So let's say it. How is that being pound for pound working out for T. Bud Crawford? Nabiscus. How is that working out for him? Give us a story, Don. Give us a story, Don. Give us a story of how that's working out for him. Michael Johnson Boxing Talk and more is up in here, y'all. He said, what it do? Oh, you know it do what it do, baby, all the time up in here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know your top 2 been the same. I don't bring the girls up in this. I got a reason for that. Because when you make if the boxing ever is gonna be equal, then I'll put the ladies in the conversation. Because I got to separate them just like they're separated. Because they're actually separated in boxing. So I got to separate them in boxing also. So I got to put the ladies on one side. I got to put the guys on the other side. Because that's where they separated. But back to the question, though. At Don to the Dada. And Michael Johnson Boxing Talk. So, if that is number 1, T. Bud Nabiscus Crawford is the pound for pound number 1, is that translating into his gold and his treasures in his bank account? Which I'm not counting nobody's money, but I'm saying, what is it doing for him? Or is it just keeping it like, oh, I'm number 1? What is that doing status-wise? Is that helping him out with contracts? Him being number 1. Is that helping him out with the contracts, y'all? I'm getting these big contracts now, man. Is it helping him out with the fans? Or is he still a little obscure to people? Does everybody still not know Bud Crawford? Or does everybody know Bud Crawford now? Or is it one of those, what have you done for us in this big arena? And who have you fought for as lately? You know, who have you fought for as lately? Yeah. Okay, then you putting in it keeps him from getting a fight with everyone. Okay, so pound for pound. So if we're looking at pound for pound in that sense, now you done turned into a negative sense all of a sudden. See? And that's not good. If pound for pound makes you a monster, then it's not worth of having you to be labeled as pound for pound. If you really believe that. Because I don't know if anybody else in the chat really believe that. If they believe that him being pound for pound turns you into a monster and nobody wants you. Everybody's scared now. It's something else going on, man. And I'm not going to keep going with this friendship stuff because this friendship shit is killing me. This whole Bud is a friend with my boy Caveman over by Sean Porter. And so they can't scrap. Okay, so what's stopping Bud Crawford from fighting Danny Garcia? What's stopping Bud Crawford from fighting Ugas? And I'm tired of the Sean thing. And what's really stopping them from fighting Sean? I don't care nothing about no friendship. Earl was friends with Overbite. I mean, he was more friends with his father, but still. And I don't know what Michael put down there. What did he put down there, man? Oh, you put up a link? I didn't see no link, man. Streamlabs don't like you putting up links. Oh, maybe you just, I don't know. Streamlabs is just, maybe, I don't know. Just put it back up, man. Streamlabs tripping. No, Streamlabs ain't hit nobody for a while, so he's just like upset, I guess. I don't know. Streamlabs like, man, he ain't hit nobody for a while. Michael Johnson in here, let me hit him. So he cracked you, man. I don't know. Yeah. That's the biggest does not mean the best. Okay. And then E. Wood. You see E. Wood back in here. You know how E. Wood is though anyway. Yeah, but he should this saluting out. But E. Wood is he at work, y'all. Mayweather rated him number 1. See there in EJ fight won't happen no time soon. I don't care when the EJ fight happen. I don't care. All I want to do is see good fights. And see, that's what everybody see, and that's we end up having this conversation. But the thing is, see, what happens in here, or not just here, or any chat, or anywhere that you go, what happens is everybody thinks that, like, and this is no shade to anybody, or nothing like that. When you talk about you want the best to fight the best, but when you say you want the best to fight the best, you're not saying that I want the best to fight the best, like right now, at all times, because we won't have no fights. But I want to have, like, not necessarily best. I want to have good fights. You see what I mean? I want to have good fights. So if we can get good fights, we good. So long as Earl's in a good fight, I don't give a damn who Earl's fighting. If the matchup is good, if it's a good fight, that's good. It's on Earl because, see, the thing is, if you start talking about the best and all that, then you're going to talk, then you're right back to the subject that we're trying to get rid of, and we're trying to kill it. And what we're trying to kill is we're trying to kill that whole conversation about this stupid ass, this belt thing. We're trying to kill that conversation about it. You see what I mean? If we can kill that conversation about the belts, then we good. But if we getting good fights, I see you down there, Jay Cooley. Jay Cooley up in the house, y'all. He said salute Eagle and the brothers. Yep. I was at work the other day, but I was up in BFTV's stream up in there listening in. Sometimes I go in there, I can listen in and stuff. I can't write nothing, man. I be at work, man. Can't write, I can't do nothing, man. Back in the summer, I had so much time to visit everybody's streams and stuff. I can't visit nobody. I can't do nothing, man. You know, with good people that's good with me, and they ain't never done nothing against me or nothing like that. Even if they change a little bit, but they didn't change all the way, I still mess with them. I'm just talking about people in general. I got people out here in the world that I deal with. Yeah. Yeah, Streamlabs on some old bullshit though. I don't know why. Streamlabs, yeah, please refrain. Telling people to refrain. Yeah. Yeah, Dog said, Lab, you a snitch, chicken. Yeah, but hey, Lab ain't running from you. Start some shit with Lab and see. Start some shit with him, and you'll see that he ain't gonna run. I guarantee you, the Streamlabs want all the smoke. Yeah, he said he would. He said what popping? Yeah. I don't know what he came in there. Dog said PBC not letting Bud pick up that bag. Is it PBC? Are you sure, man? Are you sure? Is everybody sure? Is anybody else sure about that? You already know what this is. Is anybody sure? Is anybody sure? Did we discuss this before in Eagles Web Boxing? Is anybody sure that it's PBC? And so, in other words, it's all PBC's fault. Does anybody in here believe that? Huh? Does anybody believe that? I just put that up there. Oh, Jay Cooley said he meant top rank. I'm just saying. I know if anybody believe that, Lowe's versus he would have said Lowe's versus the Home Depot managers for the conveyor belt championship. God dang it, he cussing. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. All this it's all this BS. But see, the thing is, we want to get rid of straps, right? But you got some fighters that want straps, but as real boxing people, we don't give a shit about no straps. See, we want to get rid of straps, but then we can't keep recirculating it. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? We can't keep recirculating it. Yeah, Michael Johnson, he got it right. Michael Johnson, he said it ain't PBC. He said it is Bob Arum, the Pamper Man, the Diaper Man. Yeah, but you know what? See, and that's what I keep saying, man. Then, if you got Master Bob doing this, but you pound for pound, now, see, this is where I have my problem at, man. We can never discuss this for some reason. But look at this. Yeah, but it's not no PBC, Don. You keep putting it up there. Look at here. See? Now, if I'm pound for pound and I keep getting this, Crawford, hit the door. You're not going to get that fight. Now, if I'm getting that, can I say that fighters are ducking me or don't want to fight me? Or is somebody stopping me from getting my fights? I'm going to tell y'all something. When it comes to contract, and I done signed enough contracts, people don't speak about contracts like they're contracts. They do not. They only do that shit in public. But they do not speak about contracts like they're contracts when it's confidential, when they're actually in there signing the contract. They'll be happy if it's anything that's good for them. This is what they do. This is how they talk about a contract. And if you ever sign a contract, that's how you talk about a contract. Oh, let's go get these papers done. That's how you talk about it. That's it. When you're in the negotiation phase or whatever, after that, when you're going to sign papers, you never talk about no contract. You say, oh, we got a little bit of paperwork to sign. Okay, yeah, let's get this done. Everybody's on page and everybody's happy. But when somebody talking about send the contract and all that, that's all for media. That's all for hype. That's all for us. That's all for everybody to bite into. But that's not how they're going to talk about it. The only time they're going to do that is in front of people. They're not going to stop. They're not going to keep talking about no damn contract. You see what I mean? They're not going to keep talking about a contract. They're going to talk about some paperwork. Let's go sign these papers. It's just like if you came to a negotiation, if say for instance, if you're not paying for a car, like cash, let's say for instance, you want a $50,000 car and you don't have that much in the bank. So what you do is you sign a contract or whatever to make payments or whatever. but you don't talk about it as a contract. Once both sides agree, you talk about it as paperwork. Oh, let me fill out this paperwork. You got to fill out this, that, boom, boom, DMV, this, that, blah, 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 this and that, transfer and all this, title, all that, blah, 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 boom, and you sign the papers. Same damn thing. Don said, I speak and think for me. Don, ain't nobody saying that you don't speak and think for you, sir. Don't make me call you up, man. Don't be starting no crap in here, Don to the daughter. Yeah. I know you thinking for yourself, but for most people it's not gonna be on page with you when it comes to that. Thinking that the PBC, nah, because we can't see, we're not on either. We shouldn't be on nobody's side in the first place. So if you want to blame somebody, just say, if we don't want to put one side to blame over the other side, let's say the parties. The parties can't come to agreement for some damn reason. And why might they not come to an agreement? The reason is because we haven't figured it out. Our terms ain't working out. Just like when you sign a contract, the terms, oh no, I'm like, we have to do something with them terms. And terms is just numbers. Now everybody keep talking about this bullshit of 60-40 and stuff like that. Okay, so that's for us. And see, I know for a fact that's BS. Because it don't have to be 60-40 or something like that. Right? I can drop myself down 3, right? And then I can put you up 3, right? So now what is it? 57. See, everybody always sticks with these stupid numbers and stuff. They always stick with the 5s and 0s. Okay, so 57-43, right? 55-45, right? 54-46. And not a nickel more. See? That is a negotiation. That's a negotiation. This working with 5s and 0s and shit like that, that's not a negotiation. That is an offer. Usually that's an offer. So I'm going to offer you something with a 0 behind it. I'm going to offer you something with a 5 behind it. You see what I mean? That's what I'm offering. You see what I mean? Let me catch up with y'all, man. Don said, I'm getting neck in the web. No, you ain't getting. Don't worry about it. I ain't going to chop your neck out, man. But I'll start thinning it out before I chop it off. You already know me. I don't want your neck thick. I let my web watchers do that to you. My web watchers, they don't care. If you got a thick elephant neck, that's how they want it. They just break out a bigger saw and just chop your shit off. But me, if you got an elephant neck, I want to make it thin first. I want to make your neck like plus you got that elephant head on that elephant neck. I want to stretch it out to where it's like a zebra neck. So now you got this long zebra neck on an elephant body and the elephant head, and that shit just fall off. It just fall off by itself, just break. Because that little neck ain't going to be able to hold that big head up. That shit just crack. That's how I want you. Because I want to weasel down on you. I want to wear you down a little bit. I don't want that neck right away. I want to stretch it first. You know me. I want to stretch it out. I don't even have my little cord no more. Remember I had that little cord I showed y'all? I hold that little cord out there. I said, yeah, that's how I want it. But that's a damn shame. If I get it that thin, that's it. It's over with. No, I had it on my desk, man. But yeah, I get that. I want it almost like the invisible string. You know, that's how I want it. Then that's where I can get it. Yeah. Don said, I've never defended bum Aram. No, nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that nobody's defending bum Aram. But when you take a complete side though, I'm trying to get it to where everybody just is understanding that we can't take like one side or the other like that because we're not there. Y'all get your shit together. Yeah. Oh, okay. And then Michael Johnson Boxer talking more. He said, I read one of Crawford's contracts. He said he got a bad deal for the level fighter he is. See? But that's there we go, pound for pound. What is pound for pound meaning if you can't even go in there and get your ass a good contract, some paperwork? I can't sign up no good paperwork. Now this is on top, but a little bit off top. It's just like there's certain people. Like there's companies that call my mom up, right? and then they talked to her about credit and stuff like that, about like credit offers and stuff like that. And so they offer her a credit card that she turned down. It was for $250,000, but she turned it down. And so they called her back, and this is what they said to her. This is how good her credit is. So they called her back, and they said, "We're sorry, miss. Did we offend you with the offer that we made?" See, did we offend you? Are you kidding me? It wouldn't offend me if somebody gave me an offer for a $250,000 credit card limit. That wouldn't offend me. I'd be, oh, hell yeah. I'd be, oh, yeah. Let's sign it up. Sign me up. Shit. But that's how top she up, you know. She up there like something like 850 or something like that. I think that's high as you can get. Something like that. 800s. Top 800s. Like way up there. Like supreme credit. Like unheard of. You know. And that's the way you want your negotiation and stuff to go. Yeah. Okay, and then let me see. Okay, boxing. Reggie Johnson right back. He said Don Dada just like how Bud said he is a boxer and he lets Bob take care of the business side. I want to know why I'm not getting what I'm paying for. See, and that's the whole thing though, man. So I'm not trying. Y'all know I'm not gonna beat up on Bud. I'm not gonna beat up on no fighter. This is not a discussion for us to beat up on fighters today. But if you stretch their neck out for it, then I'll get them. They will get neck up in here. But I'm not stretching anybody's neck out today. I'm trying to keep it on a certain level right now. I'm not stretching nobody's neck out right now. I'm keeping it on a certain level. So, and the great point that Michael Johnson Boxing Talking More keeps coming up with is that he keeps coming up with things where he's saying that just right on top. Did he say it? I seen one of the contracts. One of the contracts wasn't shit. So if the contract ain't shit for a fighter that's supposed to be, you know, the fighter, then there should be a problem with that. And that's what we're saying is it should be a problem. Okay. See, I'm not looking for agreement. Okay, Don, you said you're not looking for agreement. You're looking for the facts. Okay, well, give me a fact. Because what Michael Johnson Boxing Talk and more said would make, to me, that's facts. That your boy, and I'm going to tell you something else that's facts, Don Dada. What's facts is that Crawford can't afford to pay his way out of his contract. That's facts. Okay? Because wouldn't he have done that shit? He'd have hopped that fence quick if he really want all that smoke, right? Is that a fact or is that just some bullshit? Or is that just an opinion? For me, that's a fact. I don't even have to read into that. That's a fact. Because if you want the money and you can get your way out of something, and we talked about this before a lot of time. We talked about this last year. Keep talking about it. Then if you got all this money, you should have talked that shit to AJ or EJ. You shouldn't talk all that shit. Talking about your money and shit. Well, do like Floyd Mayweather did and pay your way out. Yeah. Yep. Michael Johnson, I pay subscription. Subscription, yeah. That's right. Subscriptions, yeah. Tony Boz in the house, man. I just seen Tony Boz. He up in here now. He said, salute at Eagles Way of Boxing. And chat, he said smash the like button and show support and share and subscribe. And then what fight was better? EJ Mikey or Bud Green Beans? Well, I'm going to put it to you like this, Don Dada. Which one made more money and which one had more viewers? So I'm not even going to argue. So, because that's something that's going to be something that a lot of people is going to say, oh, I like this fight better. I like that fight better. What fight turned into being a better fight to watch? I like the masterpiece that EJ put on Mikey because he shut Mikey the hell up. Green Beans didn't need to be shut up. Crawford a better fighter. All the hype was on Mikey. The hype wasn't on Green Beans. The hype was on Mikey. Sugar Ray Leonard and everybody else going for, oh, Mikey, because he's Mikey and all this shit, and then he got pounded into a shell. So I'm going to go with that one. Way better. Way better to me. Because when you just dominate a fighter like that that's supposed to be a pound for pound, Green Beans ain't in the pound for pound conversation. Yeah. You said Al should be paying some of us. Oh, look, ain't nobody even mentioned Al. See, Don Dolly, I think you're in your feelings today, man. It seemed like you might be a little bit in your feelings today because nobody even mentioned Al once. I haven't seen one person mention Al one time. Because we're really not even caring about that shit. We're not caring about that at all. Yeah. We're not really caring about that. All we care about, get your ass in there and get the fight done. And we're talking about what does the pound for pound really mean. And salute out to everybody. If I missed you, salute out to you anyway. And I'm just saying, what does it mean then? What does it mean then? Nobody's defending Al. No shit. I'm talking about Bob's ass though. But you don't talk shit and talk about facts if he can't buy his way out of a contract. You got to be just like this. Crawford, hit the door. Shout out to King Louis just coming up in here. He said salute. He pointing like this. Crawford, you're not getting that PBC fight. Or what is it, Don? If Bob is not doing that, then why aren't the teams or the sides working together? Oh, see, I didn't. No, the numbers came out, Don Dada. It wasn't no Eagles wear pocket watch. He said which fight made the most money. It was obvious which fight made the most money because they advertised it. They advertised it, man. I wasn't pocket watching. Did anybody have to pocket watch the Errol Spence versus Mikey fight, or was they publicizing that shit like on the daily? And then when Crawford versus Green Beans, come on now who thinks that the Crawford versus Green Beans made more money? And you know we don't give a shit about that money thing. We're talking about this because we're talking about these percentages and we're talking about getting these fights done. But who in here even believes that Crawford versus Green Beans made more money than EJ versus Mikey? Because you even know by the publicity, all you got to do is see. I don't need to know the exact figures a lot of times. Nobody even needs to know the figures. But guess what? If they, say for instance, it's not even a pay-per-view. Let's say it's regular television, a fight, or any kind of event. Going up to the event, they show at least 20 commercials a day leading up to the event. And then you have another event that's about a month away or something like that. And they showing like one commercial every 3 or 4 days. But you don't know the money that's involved with either one of them. Which one would you suppose has made the most money? Which one is going to make the most money? The one where they had all those commercials, or the one that just didn't have but one commercial every 3 or 4 days? Because don't you know commercials, don't you know that's actual money? See, people see stuff on TV or whatever, or they see stuff and they don't even know that that's money. They don't know that's the money generator right there. They don't know that that's bringing that advertisement brings in the money, and it brings in more people too. Okay, I'm not gonna put it up there, Don Dottie, because I don't know, you feeling one today. Don Dottie said, he said, Daddy number one, WB. Oh, I don't care about the WB. Oops. You said, but he's running chicken. Show the tape. If they're not fighting, I'm not gonna say. Danny's not scared of none of them. But if they're not fighting, it's out of our control why they're not fighting. It's out of our control. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to get on one side or the other. But when you start bringing up the money stuff, you already know I'm gonna get a little bit piece of that neck, man. Because you start bringing up that kind of stuff. If they advertising something all damn day long every day, then that's way more money than something that they're not advertising because they're not caring about it. So if you pound for pound and they're not caring about you, what is that saying? I'm pound for pound, but they not really caring about me? Come on now. It don't take much of a thought process. It don't take much of a thought process. And Don Dada, that's not no speculation overruled. Because everybody in here knows that shit. Everybody in here know that. And that's why you came down with your little pocket watch stuff. So nobody's thinking about ain't nobody pocket watching like that. J. Cool said, Bud, pound for pound, off bums, post to his credibility fight. See? And that's not me. And see, and then Jay Cooley on you. Jay Cooley say you trolling. Oh no, King ain't said nothing yet. King just came in and said salute. But he got to listen in, then he'll probably say something. But I'm saying you, and I'm not gonna jump on him. Y'all can jump on him, Jay. Y'all can jump on him. I'm just slapping him out the air a little bit at a time. You know what I mean? I'm just slapping a little bit of his shit out the air at a time. You know, I just got to slap the punches down. I ain't even got to block them shits. You know, I just got to get that shit out of here. That's just like gnats. All the stuff he's saying, that's like gnats and stuff like that. Because guess what? I'm in advertisement, so I know what advertisement dollars mean. If you got big ass billboards all over the place, and commercials all over the place, and you're on every network, and you're on shows, you're doing talk shows and stuff like that, you think that's not generating some money? And somebody just silent and you ain't hearing nothing? And all of a sudden, and then somebody put up a one. I want y'all to put up a one. If there was ever a fight in the last 3 or 4 years that Bud had that you didn't even hear about until the last minute. Just put up a one. If there was a fight that I didn't even know he's fighting, that you just didn't hear about. And then you'll understand what I'm saying. Well, you guys already understand what I'm saying, but you talk about like one. Pound for pound. But then again, there ain't no billboards. And they plastering billboards in New York for Deontay Wilder. Just all over the place. Matter of fact, one of my brothers on the billboard at a bank. It's not a great bank because this bank done had some problems. But it's the most money filled bank. I just don't want to endorse it because they didn't have some problems. Yeah. There's nobody want to put up that one. But Gil said, Bud who? Who is Bud? See, they gonna clown you, man. And we still mess with you heavy, Don Dada. But no. If there's no advertisement and no commercial, no nothing, because then they talk about, so they talk about stuff like commercial value. What does that mean then? What is your commercial value? What is that? What is that? So when they talk about your commercial value, isn't that's like your look? To break it down like simple? That's your commercial, your look everywhere? Because your look everywhere is your commercial, right? In all aspects of the boxing, your pound for pound. Your pound for pound. And your promoter, let's get back to it then. We're talking about what we just talked about. Your promoter, and this ain't even a show about Bob, but your promoter's telling other fighters that they're not a draw. But you're not on commercials or nothing. You're not on billboards or nothing else. Your biggest draw is in Nebraska, but your promoter is saying somebody else is not a draw. And how much of a crowd did the guy that you said is not a draw? How much of a crowd? What's his biggest crowd? His biggest audience, his biggest live gate, regardless if he was the only one. He said, what is the show about? It's about pound for pound. But we're talking about all the aspects of pound for pound. If you pound for pound, you should be getting pound for pound dollars is what I'm saying. And I'm not pocket checking to care about your dollars, but let's get the damn fights done so we can have the good fights. But pound for pound, I'm asking, what does pound for pound mean? And we're not trying to be stuck on Bud because he's not the only one in that conversation. Loma was in that conversation, right? Mikey was in the conversation. Is he still in there? Is he still top 5? Because who'd you put in there? Because you put Shields in there. You put EJ in there, right? So EJ is still in there for pound, right? So let's look at the difference between EJ right now and even the little pink dwarf with the sausage arms. What is Loma looking like in his fights? And does he still fight? Huh? Why? I mean, what is he? Who is he fighting? What is the performance looking like? What is all these performances looking like right now? All these performances, what are they looking like? Are we getting good? Are all the fights we getting good fights? So, and back to Bud. So you try to put up the argument about Bud's fight and EJ versus Mikey. You try to put up the difference on the fight, of which one was the better fight, and not one person agreed with you. And I know you speak in your mind, you speaking for yourself, but I'm just saying, if nobody's speaking for you in a forum, then sometimes you got to look back at like, well, maybe I'm wrong on that one. Maybe I'm wrong. Because I could be wrong. I'm like, I don't come in here just to be right about something. I come in here just to discuss. This is a chat. So we come in here to discuss it. We don't come in here to be right. Because I'm a damn sure agree with Jay Cooley. I'm going to agree with Don Dada. I'm going to agree with E. Wood. I'm going to agree with Gil Coles. I'm going to agree with all my web watchers that come up in here. I'm going to agree. Actually, I'm going to agree with boxing too. Even though he done disappeared on me. Michael Johnson boxing talk and more. I don't see him no more. Did y'all ran him out? Streamlabs messing with him. Yeah. But we can't see, and then the talk. If anybody notices the talk, okay, I'm gonna tell you something. If you notice the talk when it comes to boxers, listen very carefully. When in a boxer's career does he talk about I'm just a fighter? When? Somebody tell me. When? When in a boxer's career does the boxer talk about I'm just a fighter? When in his career? And if I can't get it from y'all, then I'm going to give it to you. When is in a boxer's career, a boxer that's going somewhere, when in his career, or he don't even have to be going somewhere, but when is in his career, does he say that he's just a fighter? You got to talk to my promoter. You got to talk to this and that. When does he say that in his career? I'm going to give y'all a minute to see if y'all come up with it. Oh, damn. Tony Bud said Bud can't have my respect until he fights all the welterweights. Ugas, Porter, Pacquiao, Ennis, and Lipinets. See, there goes another point. Okay, you said Bud duckless long as an MF. And you got the needle up there. Ain't nobody ducking Bud. Because it still comes down. It's going to come down to a contract. What's your thoughts on that, Michael Johnson boxing talking more of what I said? Because I'm sitting here, I'm waiting for an answer, but nobody's going to give me an answer. So when in a boxer's career do they keep talking about that they just a fighter? It's up to my management, it's up to my promoter, this and that. When do they talk about that? And when do they stop talking about that? Huh? When do they take over and say, you know what, I negotiate. I'm my own promoter. When do they do that? So when you are a top dog, a pound for pound, and you are your own promoter, and you know you're on top, and you're your own promoter, who makes your decisions for you? And when you pound for pound and you're not your own promoter, who makes the decisions for you? And why do they still make those decisions for you? I'm going to tell you, since maybe everybody's busy at work or something else and nobody can put it down, but this is when people talk about, or boxers talk about, I'm just a fighter. That's in the beginning of their career, when they're still unsure of themselves, when they don't understand their own commercial value, their own marketability, their own market value. When they don't understand that, or when they're trapped in a dumbass contract. Huh? When you are trapped or you are confused, that's when you talk about everybody else and not yourself. Because then I'm going to call out who I want next. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say we're going to have to sit down and we're going to have to, work on the contract to get this fight made. Because how come fights ain't being made? I'm having wilder flashbacks when it comes to EJ. I mean, not EJ, but AJ. I'm having wilder flashbacks, y'all. Remember all that BS? And then what happened is AJ tried to stand up and be a king, but it was fraudulent. I'll tell you what, you bring me 50 million and we'll fight. I'll sign the contract. And what happened with that? See? Anybody understand that? It did Don Dada. See, Don Dada all over the place. He said the only fighter I listen to is the greatest of all time. I still got to listen to fighters, man. Because what fighters are saying, are they getting it done? I'm going to tell you what. EJ said it was strap season. Is he proven that it's strap season so far? For him. I don't give a damn about them straps, but he said it's strap season. Is he proven or doing what he said he's going to do? Is he getting straps? So far, it seems like he's the only one that's going to get the straps that he said he's strap season. He's going to get straps. Matter of fact, everybody else is losing straps. Our straps are bouncing all over the damn place. Huh? Rosario said it's strap season. He wouldn't got him some straps. He wouldn't got unified right away. One fight wouldn't got unified. But we got fighters calling each other up. But the discussion here was the pound for pound. So pound for pound, what does that mean? Does that mean you're going to get that big contract? No, I don't care about the money. But for them, they're a prize fighter. Does that mean you're going to get the big money? Or not? You going to get the big money or you're not going to get the big money? Because you're pound for pound, right? So, is your number one pound for pound? Is he getting the money to get out? So I guess you believe in the contract, Don. This is specifically for Don Dada. So I guess you believe in his contract, right? With Bob Arum, it's okay. It's good. It's good that he sticks with him. Stays with the top rank, huh? That's good. That's a good deal. He's getting a great deal over there. All right. Because I'm going to tell you, man, when you're fighting the kind of opposition that he's fighting, is that going to make you better because you're already a pound for pound? Is that going to make you a better fighter? And look back at who he fought this last, how many fights? 3, 4 fights. Look back and see who he fought. Is that going to make you a better fighter? Keep fighting that. Okay, just let him keep fighting like that and then finally have to go challenge Porter or Ugas or somebody. And we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. Just keep it up. And then we're going to see what happens if you keep fighting all these other fighters. And then what kind of fighters EJ fighting? Is he fighting good fighters? Is he fighting champions? What's EJ last 2 fights against champions? Relevant champions. Not just a title champion, but relevant champions. Name champions. Champions that people know. Yep. Why do Porter need to get a belt? Porter don't need to get the belt. They can just fight. They need to fight. Matter of fact, they can have an imaginary eliminator. All of them. Porter, Ugas. Well, Porter and Ugas, Porter can't fight Ugas no more, but Ugas, they still put them all in the mix. Porter, Ugas, T-Bud, and Danny, and Keith. All 5 of them. Just have an eliminator. Because only one of them is a strap holder, and there's a seat. at the end of at the end of them fighting, let's see what's up. Let's see the cream come to the top, and then let's pick somebody to fight either Manny or EJ. Because you got to still remember, it's still prize fighting. So when you got Bob Arum pointing at people and telling them they're not a draw, well, then your fighter must not be a draw either then. Ain't nobody running from his ass. Is he a monster? Does anybody out there believe that T-Bud is just like a monster? Like he's just scary. Like, oh, wow, T-Bud. Moving up from 140. Then fought at 147 for a little while. But who's scared of him? Who's like, oh, wow, that's T-Bud. He's powerful. He fast and all this. He can get clipped and went down in his last fight. Come on, man. Come on, really? Or is Bob just saying that somebody else not a draw and then your fighter ain't a draw either? Your fighter is not that much of a draw itself. Okay, well, we're going to see how much of a draw that Bud is. That's all I want to see. So let's see it. Yep. Jay Cooley over to Don. Okay, slew that King Louis. Yep. Jay Cooley. Bud is locked over there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, Jay Cooley also is get your ass out the contract. Nobody will answer my question when I say, can Bud just pay his way out the contract so we can stop talking about the contract of him being locked in with Bum? Can he pay his way out, y'all? Does anybody think, and this ain't got shit to do with no pocket watching, can he pay his way out like Floyd did? Damn, pay your way out. Yeah. He said, I am only about after the bell rings. Well, we'll see. Let's see it then. Did Ugas say he wants smoke? Oh, my goodness. Ugas wants smoke. Hell yeah, Ugas wants smoke. Keith beats Bud. Yep, Keith beats Bud. There's a lot of people that beat Bud right now because right now Bud is on that delusionals. Bud is not going to beat a lot of people right now. I have to pick, and a lot of people get mad. I have to pick Keith over Bud. Because Bud don't have that, he doesn't have that work in right now. That'd be a hard-ass fight for him, even if he boxed good. Because he's not going to jump on Keith like Manny, jumping all in. But as we know, Sir Flame in here? Hey, yo, Sir Flame still here? Sir Flame gone, right? Or he didn't show up? Yeah. Because we already know what happened to leapers when you start leaping in. We already know what happens. Huh? When you leap in, when you keep leaping in, and that's a Hall of Famer though. And Bud is not going to do that. Leaping in and throwing punches, but Bud throws stuff like that. And I think if Keith is to come back at Gil Coles and anybody else, if Keith is to come back, Keith got to do something big. You know. But people clowning Keith too, though. So his wife is just fattening him up with food and stuff like that, and he then took him out of boxing, but we don't know. Yeah. And believe me, Ugas want all the smoke. People don't think Ugas wants smoke. Ugas wants smoke. Ugas fought Porter. Ugas ain't trying to not fight people. He getting contracts and stuff made. Jay Cooley said yes. Then Gil, okay, back there. Damn, Gil, you gave him 6 rounds. I don't know about 6, but yep. I'm not defending nobody at Don Dada. Don Dada said, but undisputed and trying to. It makes you sound like you tearing up, man. Ain't try to do it again. He said you defend the welterweights. I'm not defending none of them. I'm just saying, because you're putting up all this stuff. You're putting up all that the Ugas want it. Yeah, Ugas want it. All of them want it. If there's, see, but you got to listen to the undertones of what Bob said. Bob talking about somebody's not a draw. Well, your fighter's not a draw. Show us. Okay, now, Bob, you show us. Now I'm talking to just Bob Arum now. Now, Bob Arum, you show us that your fighter's a draw. Since you're talking all that crap about telling people that they not a draw, you killing action for your own fighter. Oh, yeah, he's not a draw. He is a draw. See if he's a draw. Announce the fight and see if he's a draw or not. Pull out. If it's not a draw, then pull out. Yeah. No, they said Keith is out of boxing. And then he's saying listen to him. Now he said, y'all watch the pockets, I watch the fights. Okay, well, let's see the fights then. Ain't nobody talking about pockets, Don Dada. You don't want talking about pockets. Let's see the fights then. Yeah, Jay Cooley said he can, but I guess he can't or just don't want to. That's what we're talking about. He's talking about pocket watching, and we don't want to see fights. What was the first thing I said up in here, Gil? I said we want to see good fights. I said I don't care about no best fight and best and all that. I just want to see good fights. So I don't care who Earl fight. Earl fight anybody he want to. Earl deserve a pass right now. Matter of fact, Earl, to be honest, he shouldn't even have a mandatory. This fought for a championship. Shouldn't. Mandatory after, you know. And then again, if Danny is the number one for Bud, then go fight him. If he's number one, go fight him at least. Keith, you know, he jumping on Keith. He see Keith walking around today at 200. He can't make 147. And E Wood crying. And then Gil Cole said Bud Scout tire shops for his Nick opponent. That's a good one, Gil. Yeah, I ain't on nobody's side. Anybody get neck up in here, Bob is interested in Fury. Yep. He'll mess Fury up too, Tony. If Bob get Fury, he'll mess that up too. But I don't know. Fury is not as stupid. I'm not calling Bud stupid, but he's not as stupid. I don't think he's gonna let him, mess up his money like that. If he does get with him, he ain't gonna let him. He's like, no, Bob, I gotta speak out for myself. Cause he just ain't the quiet type that's gonna be just sitting down and just, my promoter Bob, he takes care of everything. Not again. Ugas don't have to say anything about, don't have to do no interviews talking about no T-Bud. He'll fight T-Bud. Yeah. Jay Cooley said Don is not a Bud fan. He's just a Earl hater. God dang. Fight hype Don just type in Ugas. Yeah. That's all you got to do, man. Yeah. Ugas want the smoke. I don't even have to worry about it because all I do, and I don't even dig deep like a lot of people dig deep. All I do, I see something flash in front of because I get news feeds and stuff, and it just comes in. Or I listen to the question. Somebody will add, the interviewer asks, who do you want to fight next? I want to fight any of the top welterweights. What does that mean? Don't your name turn into any? If you in the top, if you pound for pound, and somebody says, I want to fight any of the top dogs, then your name is not necessarily your name anymore. Your name did just turn into any. Everybody. Is your name everybody in the top 5? If you in the top 5, is your name everybody in the top 5? That's your new name. I don't give a damn what your name is, but your name is everybody in the top 5 if your ass is in top 5. That's your name. Just like in here, anybody can get their neck. Anybody can get their neck stretched out. So if you in here, is your name anybody when you come in here? Your name is anybody. That means including me. That means anybody can get it. Jay Cooley said, Yoko's right looking on Craigslist. God dang, man, y'all, man, don't pick hey, I don't care. Y'all do what you want to with him. But I'm just saying, that's still my boy anyway. I don't care. He's still one of my champs. So he a co-champion here. So I'm not going to I ain't going to really stretch his neck out. See, I'm wiggling his neck out a little bit. I'm not trying to chop it because he comes back with these little arguments and stuff like that. And I'm not going to be putting up links and stuff like that. All look. Everybody, if your name is everybody or everybody or whatever, if you in the top 5 and somebody call out everybody in the top 5, then that's your name now. Your name ain't EJ no more. Your name ain't Danny no more. Your name is everybody to them. That's your new damn name. Who deserve a pass? I never said nobody. I ain't no. Y'all know better than that. Ain't no passes in Eagles web. Shit, no passes. Anybody can get. Man, please. Does anybody? Hey, anybody in my chat that know how to write, who can get neck up in here? Who can? Y'all can write it any way you want to, but who can get neck up in here? I ain't ducking. Yeah, no pass, and I'm not the only one. And you trying to see you trying to host jump, like jump on the host. You can't jump on the host. I got the voice. All you got is you got the pen. You can write, and I can delete it. I'm not the one saying you got to defend yourself from everybody because even now E Wood done jumped on your ass. Now E Wood jump. It's a moderator jump. Ain't got nothing to do with just the host because I'm being easy on you. But my E Wood and everybody want you right now. They want your neck. He said Bud up in the auto zone now. They say, see, you ain't. I mean, you might be helping, but you ain't giving. Bud just don't have a good luck, baby. I'm sorry. Gil challenge T Bud on COD and let him know how you feel. All right. And then Jay Cooley right back on him again. He said, Donna, Bud is not this invincible dude. Yeah. Oh, invisible. Yeah, he said invisible. Yeah. Donna back at Eat Wood. Yeah. Okay, say, well, Donna. Yeah. That's right, Donna. Let's now you speaking Eagles web talk. Now finally, he said, let's see it. Okay. What the hell that mean? That's right, Tony. Tony said everybody. Anybody, it don't matter. Everybody mean everybody. So if we talking about pound for pound, and if somebody says as a fighter that I want everybody in the top 5, they're not even including nobody lower. I want everybody in the top 5. That means they want your ass too. Oh, he didn't say me. And I'm getting tired of fighters saying that too. Everybody can get next. Earl, if you doing the shit, you can get next. Anybody can get neck in here. If you trying to act like your name is not everybody, because they didn't specifically say you, then your ass got neck up in Eagles web. Because your ass is everybody too. Oh, he didn't say me. They doing all like this. No, he ain't called me out though. Not me. Yes, your name is everybody now. If they saying everybody, then that's your damn name. Your name is everybody. Just like in here. Everybody, anybody can get it. Anybody in here can get it. That means Gil Coles, Tony Boswell, Don Dada, Jay Cooley, E. Wood, whoever else, man. Boxing conversation with Reggie Owens. Anybody who come in here can get neck. Me, even Eagles Web could get neck. I don't have safety in my own damn chat. You feel me? Yeah, Gil Cole said, Bud don't even have to put his belt up. He can just get his ass whooped and keep his belt, in my opinion. Just make a credible fight, Bud. Yeah. We don't care. We ain't strap watching. That's up to the fighters to worry about this belt and that belt. I don't care about your belt. Yeah, but if somebody said I want the top 4 or something like that, that's your ass. Your ass is in top 4. That's you. Don't be looking around like it's somebody else. Like, oh, who are you talking to? Gil Colson, who was he talking to, Gil? Who was he talking to? Jay Cooley, who was he talking to? Yo, that's your ass. That's you. He talking about you. Yeah, talking about you. Don't act like he wasn't talking about you. Don't end up over here. Exhibition. Don't end up over my exhibition. Yep. Is that what you're going to end up at? Somebody going to end up in that damn exhibition. Old fraud. Just like old fraud. Old fraud. Fraud don't want to fight nobody. I'm tired. Man, isn't boxing... Now, we're boxing people that we like boxing, right? Or we either like or love boxing. But is it just me or is everybody just getting tired of these no make of fights? No make of the fight. I'm getting tired of that, man. Like AJ, I can't even stand to hear AJ. I don't even want to hear his voice. If I hear his voice, I just turn the volume down or click or switch the channel. I don't want to hear it. If you're not going to get the fight, then shut up. If you don't really want to fight somebody, stop trying to get people all hyped up. Because just like a lot of things happening around our nation right now and around the whole world where they got people hyped up. And I'm not going to mention it in specific because I don't believe in that bullshit. That they got everybody hyped up over it. Got it to where I can't work because they got everybody all hyped up over certain stuff. Oh, yeah, you believe in it. I don't believe in none of it. I'm not a belief person. I'm a let's see it person. Let's see it. Yeah. And I don't know what you mean, but anyway, he said, Don said, I felt like, dude, police jumped on, for smoking bud. Okay, just for smoking bud, the police jumped on him. No, ain't nobody trying to make you feel like that, but you open up your own can, man. Because in Eagles Web, guess what? Guess what Tony said? Tony said, everybody. Anybody can get it up in Eagles Web. It's just your damn turn. It's your turn right now. So that's why everybody jumping on you. Because they don't know if you playing. Stop playing with us. They like, stop playing with us. Everybody, that's why everybody jumping on you. They jumping on you because you seem like in total defense. We're not in total defense of EJ and nobody else because we still need to see him. I need to see EJ. EJ, you ain't did shit lately. We need to see it. Let's see it. But when you gonna put Bud, oh, Bud's my number one pound for pound, everybody scared of him and shit like that, no. No. And my web watchers is they just like me. You already had to have thick skin to be in here. But my web watchers just like me, they like, no, they'll jump on you. Ain't no safety in numbers up in here. Everybody know. That moderators or whatever just come up in here. My web watchers jump on each other. I don't care. Y'all jump on each other. Cause Gil's Cole's right back down. He crying, talking about out of zone. Yeah. Yeah. And Tony Bars, I agree with Tony Bars on that a little bit, because Tony Bars said, I do give Bud credit for 140. He said, but we in the welterweight now. He said, show me. We got to see it. Bud said he wants the champions. And he said, and my people put up roadblocks. All right. I'm not part of the negotiation team. All we know is that we need to get these fights in here. He said, I am anybody and everybody, just the facts. Well, that's not a fact. That's not a fact that when you saying this, okay, right there, put down your source or put down your source. You ain't got to put down no link, but put down your source for all these roadblocks that you're talking about, that you calling facts. It's facts that is a roadblock. Is there what's the roadblock to stop Bud and his so-called friend? What's the roadblock? Tell me what the roadblock is. And you can't use your side of the fence either. You can't use Bob Arum. So what's the block? Because then you're really killing yourself if you say Bob Arum. So what's the roadblock? I just want to hear this one. Because we understand on Bud a lot on this, but we talking about the pound for pound and the problems. We still got into the problems and stuff. Is that a lot of the pound for pound is they're not getting the money, they're not getting the fights. And so what is it worth to be pound for pound? Because the status of pound for pound was something else. That's not what it was crafted after. It was crafted after your abilities to fight at different weight classes. And it was based on, more or less like a hearsay type of thing. Like, okay, if this fighter, he's so great, if he fought at this weight, he'd still be great. If he fought at this weight, he'd still be great. That's a nutshell, because I don't feel like covering all that. But that's what we're saying, pound for pound. And my only pound for pound is right below my video of me talking. That's my pound for pound. You didn't answer the question. You just put who else is calling for EJ and T. Bud Crawford. You said who else is calling for it. That's not what I just said right now. Prove to me the roadblocks. And I asked you a specific question about Caveman Overbite Sean Porter. Why is Caveman Overbite Sean Porter not fighting T-Bud? And we've been waiting, and I've been waiting for that answer. Why aren't they fighting? And can anybody answer that question? What's the real answer, Tony Boswell? What's the real answer to that at Gil Coles? Huh? At E. Wood? At boxing? Either one of the boxing? At Jay Cooley? At any of y'all? What's the real answer to why they're not really fighting? Why we can't get these two to fight? Bud is not about to fight EJ right now. So that's the whole thing. If he's not about to fight EJ, then who he need to be fighting? Need to be. That's right, I said it. Who he need to be fighting? Who does he need to fight? I'm not talking about Porter. And you still, when I'm talking about Porter, I'm talking about Porter versus Bud. How come they can't get that made? I'm not talking about Porter versus EJ. I don't care what Porter wants. F what Porter wants. In the meantime, Porter could be fighting Bud, right? Because EJ gonna have a fight. I don't care about no rematches. You got your ass whooped, you got your ass whooped, that's it. There's only certain rematches I want to see. I want to see the Wilder rematch. Okay, that's about it. That's it. I didn't want to see the Rosario versus J-Rock. I didn't want to see that, which is not going to happen. I don't want to see the Tony Harrison versus Charlo. I don't want to see Tevin Farmer rematch. I don't want to see it. If there's a rematch, I don't want to see it. There's just certain rematches I don't give a shit about seeing. I don't even want to see Wilder versus Brazil rematch. It's not a rematch. Certain fights are just not rematches, and they're just not that draw. They just not that draw. Yeah, and that's what it is. Tony Boz. Tony Boz said his money has to be right. He said these fighters are all about money. It used to be on the respect and pride. And Tony always going to talk about that. Tony is that's one thing I respect Tony for, is he always going to talk about that, is he's disgusted with the whole shit himself. It's not like you're not getting paid enough money. You got your house, you got your car, you got your retirement fund. Okay? You know he made enough to do that. So what are we talking about now? You want to be the richest boxer in history? Who's going to be able to do that now? Because I think MTM done already killed that kind of money. It's going to take a real special fighter to bring that kind of money right back into the boxing. Yep. And boxing is a high-paying sport. It's not even the highest-paying sport, though, for a lot of the fighters. It's not. If you look at some of these other sports, like these basketball contracts and these football contracts and all that, but that's what the deal is, though. And ain't nobody trying to pocket watch nobody. Shit. I'm just saying, you got your house, you got your cars, you got your kids' funds for their college and all that. You got all your stuff set away for your medical and all that. So what the hell's the point? Because my whole thing is I'm proving that I'm the best. I'm proving that I'm the best fighter. Okay, so now let's dig a little bit deeper. Since somebody want to open this shit up, let's dig a little bit deeper. Let's dig a little bit deeper, Tony. Let's dig just a little bit deeper. Okay. And we're not talking about we're not discussing how much a fighter makes at a certain weight or something like that, because sometimes that's irrelevant. Sometimes right now it's more relevant than it used to be, because heavyweights are starting to make more money now. Okay. But let's just say, for instance, if a fighter wants to fight, did Deontay Wilder accept a fight with no rematch or nothing? No rematch calls or nothing like that. Did he accept a fight for $12 million with Anthony Joshua? That would have totally underpaid him. Did he accept the fight? I want a yes or no. That's all I want. Since everybody talking about this facts and all that. But you still ain't answered my question about Porter. All you doing now, you're trying to defend Porter now. But you're not saying you're not answering the question. What's stopping Bud from fighting him? And I put 2 questions out there. So now the last question is what? Is about Wilder. Did Wilder accept some money? Was he willing to accept some money that he shouldn't have accepted? And if he was, since nobody wants to answer it, how come Bud can't? That's my question. And I was at the fight, and Porter did get his ass whooped. I don't care what kind of production they showed you on TV. Porter got his ass whooped, and got his lips knocked around to the back of his neck, and tried to play it off. Oh yeah, my knee touched the canvas glove. Yeah, you got your ass knocked down. Earl was beating your ass. I don't even know if they showed all of it because Earl was dancing and stuff. Did y'all even see that? Earl was dancing. Music was coming on. Earl was having fun. Earl was in there dancing and everything else. When somebody in there dancing and everything else after the round and stuff like that because the music coming on, they having fun whooping your ass. Huh? They ain't just spinning up some corner and come leaping out and shit like they're jumping in with your head and all that. They ain't no boxing. We just watched the exhibition of boxing that wasn't boxing with the crack king. In there doing all kinds of shit, thumbing and shit. Was this a fight? See? Don't get Eagles Web started, man. Was that a fight? Is that a punch in boxing right there? You tell me somebody got that. So in other words, Wilder got his ass whooped then, right? All the stuff that happened, was that legal stuff? Yeah. Tony Barr's back again. Said fighters used to climb in the ring with the best in the division and then challenge them. That's it. And nobody's getting in rings no more. Shit. I mean, I remember seeing some things where Ali was in the ring, Foreman was in the ring, two Frazier, all of them just got in there. Norton, all of them. Let's fight. All of us. Get your ass in the ring. Ain't nobody keeping no damn fight. If they showing your ass on the screen, like showing that you in the audience, oh, there's T-Buds at the fight. They take your ass up there. They know who you are. You got your credentials. Get your ass up in the ring. Yeah, get your ass up in that damn ring and ask for it. Stop with that shit, man. And you know, this wasn't and for me, this wasn't a Don Dada jump. But the reason you end up getting jumped in Eagles Web is because just that shit, man. Nobody want to hear that because you're not answering no questions either. Because how come Bud ain't fighting Porter? Even if it is on both sides, they need to be fighting. But Tony right though. They should climb in the ring. We ain't talking about no money or nothing like that. But if Bud got the money, pay your way out the damn contract so we can stop having all this controversial shit. Yeah. You know what you're lacking right there at Don Dada, even with your pound for pound king. I see you down there, Derek Brady. He said salute to Eagles Web Boxing. I'm gonna tell you something. Where you're lacking at. This is where you're lacking at. With your argument, this is where you're lacking at when you keep putting like this. You put up Pac the easiest road for a strap. Facts or not. Okay, so when you put up stuff like that, is Pac a better draw at this moment? Is he a bigger draw than Bud? Has he been a bigger draw than Bud? Does he have there's 3 questions. Does he have better negotiation skills than Bud? Does he have a more of a right to negotiate for more of the money than Bud? Pac gonna end up, Pac could fight him. Pac could end up offering him 80-20 or something. Then what? Then that 60-40 sound good, don't it? Who's holding all the cards when it comes to Pac versus Bud? Who holds all the cards? Are those cards going to be favorable? Are they going to be favorable to Bud? Gil Cole said Keith lost to Pac, but beat Sean and Danny. Who Bud fought? See, that they going to stay on you. He said, I will still wear fam. Well, you still wear fam, man. We're not even talking. You're not somebody who just fell into the room or nothing like that. We're not talking about it like that. But I'm just saying, is it your... I know you, when you came in, you just felt like you had like a great argument and stuff. But then it just started falling apart for you, brother. That's all. Your argument just started falling apart. And everybody who's arguing for Bud, and there's nobody in here that's a Bud hater. Is anybody in here that somebody that just hate Bud? Huh? Nobody's a hater of Bud in here. But we're just stating what it is. The reality of it is. Right. And guess what else? When you say that Wilder got his ass whooped, but he was cheated, Tyson Fury got his ass whooped by Valine, and then Valine was cheated. So what is that? Is that telling you something in boxing? And we're not going to get on this coke crack king right now. We'll roast his ass another time, but we're going to put some shit up about him every day until I just get tired of it. But he cheated Valine too. Look, a thumb to the eye. What kind of punch is that? And he looking like he doing it. He's blinding him so he can throw a right hand. Fury ain't shit. So, and I know that I haven't seen El Fenici up in here. Yes, he just ain't dropping down. But I know El Fenici had him and stuff like that after that breakdown that I did, or he had him anyway. Not even before my breakdown. But I'm telling El Fenici, if you come in here, that win was on some bullshit, regardless of what you say. We can agree to disagree. But if you come in here, I know my web is gonna jump on your ass too, though, because the breakdown was too wonderful. It's too wonderful, man. That damn breakdown is too wonderful, especially when your shit looking like this. When your shit is looking like this, palm strike, thumb to the eye. Why is the punch turned out like this way out here? Uppercuts are in here. Ain't no uppercut way out there like this. With your arm bent like that. You doing scraping or you about to push forward? Because the only way you can do is go up from there or push forward to throw your thumb out there. Get your ass out of here. But we know what it is. Eagle web does bigger mean best. No, I wasn't talking about that. Bigger don't mean best. You know, if you're talking about weight-wise or something like that, don't necessarily mean best. It has nothing to do with best being bigger or smaller or something like that. But what it means is what Master came up with, and Master used the word draw. Okay? So Mikey's not a draw. So the whole thing about it, Mikey's not a draw, but so who else is a draw? So is a bigger fighter or is a heavyweight fighter, is that a better draw? If we're going to talk about draws, because we was talking about pound for pound. But I know we got off on this one. We had to stay on this one. But, so is that the draw, though? That's my whole point. Is that the draw? Yeah. Yeah, but we're not even, and then on top of that, we're not really on Fury right now. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm always going to get his ass every day. Every day you got something coming, Fury. Every day I'm going to have something. Every day that I do a show, your ass is probably going to get it until I just get tired of giving it to you. Because I'm just disgusted about that whole decision shit. And I'm more disgusted because the conversation never came up with the mainstream. So he has to suffer behind that. Like new media and all us, we talk about it. But no, since mainstream don't want to bring it up, then you got to suffer behind that. I got to get your ass for that. Yeah. Dollar said Pac won't go 12, giving Bud 30%. Will he accept a lower contract? If you listen to what I just said, 60-40 from Earl is going to sound better than 70-30 from Pac. Right? He want the money. That's what they want. I don't care about it. I don't give a shit about the money. But I'm just saying, Bud is going to end up with worse and worse negotiations, is what I'm saying. In the biggest fight, you're straying away, Don Dottie, by you asking me all these deflective ass questions that ain't working on me, because you still never answered that question about Crawford fighting Porter. You never answered that. Yeah. So I'm not talking about that. So sometimes the biggest fight might not be the best fight. You can tell that MTM versus a Pacquiao, that wasn't the best fight. It was the best fight for MTM. It wasn't his best fight. His best fight is when he was back when he was Pretty Boy and stuff like that. His best performance, I think, was really against. Damn, he had two of them that were great fights. This whitewash, and that's when he fought Arturo Gatti, and when he fought Corrales. Those was like masterpieces right there. I mean, he had some other ones, but those was just like for him. Not being the smash-down artist, and which people don't know, the MTM, when he first got into boxing, he was more of a knockout artist, too, though. He was a good fighter, but he'd knock your ass out at them lower weights. He would put your shit to sleep. But not necessarily, no. Not always, it's not always the most money and all that that's going to do it. And we talked about that, Derek Bailey. We talked about that. And that's what we're trying to put that to Don, but Don is trying to be hard-headed today. But we're trying to tell Don that Bud need to get the hell away from Top Stink. You need to get the hell out of there. You know what I mean? You need to get your ass out. Get your ass out of there, man. Ain't nobody forcing you to stay there. Get your ass up out of there. If you got the money, you should have been out. Then you're going to get some money. Because you're going to get some, there's bigger fights for you. There's more money over at the PBC fighters. There's going to be more money. Campaign, man, because you got to do a campaign now. Because still, everybody still don't know you. You're going to have to do a campaign. You're not on all these talk shows and shit like that. Every once in a while, they got you on some UFC or some bullshit. They got you on something small, man. Deontay Wilder was what? They was mentioning him at a college football game. That's big. That's national shit. That's, you know what I mean? That's big. Anytime they see, even Shaq, they keep Shaq's name out there. Even Big Shaq, he went to LSU game, and they was talking about him being at the LSU game. See, that's big. And that's what we talked about earlier. We talked about the commercial value, the marketing and all that. They're not putting you out there. And your promoter telling people that they ain't nothing, that they not a draw. But shit, if he's telling everybody that they're not a draw, then what are you drawing right now? Derek Bailey say Top Stink, yeah? Oh, see? Stop it, Don. Ain't nobody saying that. You said I don't even want EJ and Bud. You said y'all talk me out of it. No, we want to see the good fights, brother. Has nothing to do with that. Yeah. Derek Bailey said I was about to say Gotti also equal. Yeah. So that was the best fight. That was like a masterpiece, man, because he just killed him, man. It's just, I mean, if we're talking about MTM, but how many of those did Roy Jones have? Roy Jones had a bunch of those like classic, just like beatdowns. Like, God, I think he killing this dude. And when I say killing, I'm talking about like a top name. When you do that to a top name, that's like, oh man. That's when it's great, when you do that to a top name. Yep. And then Tony Bars right back again. He said it was always about who was the best. Never about I deserve 50-50. It was just let me get in the ring so I could show you who is the real champ is. That's right. And Tony going to stay on that. That's one thing I told you. That's what I respect Tony about. Is Tony is never going to be talking about that freaking money thing. But the only reason I got to bring up the money is just like, because we want you. See, I'm not going to talk about money no more. If Bud buys his way out that contract and get the hell out of there, you're not going to hear Eagles Web talk about nobody's money no more. Not like that. I might talk about the 70-30 or whatever, but I'm always going to be like, I don't give a damn. If y'all want to fight, get your ass in there, fight. Figure out the money afterwards. Don't even sign a contract for money. Sign a contract to fight and then decide the money after the draw of the fight, after how big the fight was. Then split the money up. After everything's settled, all the money come in, just cut you a check to pay for all your expenses. Boom, boom, 2 checks. Then after that fight's over with, then just cut the money. Then split it. If you got your ass knocked the F out, then you don't get, there's not a 50-50. Disagree to that. That'll make it a better fight. Say it's 60-40 if you get KTFO. Whoever wins get the bigger share. So whatever money we come up with, bam, that's the money. So that way we ain't got to talk about how much, and we'll never know how much the money was. Oh, he got 18 million. I see people bragging on other people's money. Oh, he got 18 million for this, and he got blah, blah, blah. Who don't give a F about their money? It ain't helping me out none. Shit. I'm sitting here with contracts that I have right now that's on freeze right now. Frozen contracts because of some BS that they done threw out there. This whole COVID-19 out there. Yep. That T-Bud going fishing, fishing fish don't run. I don't have one for the fish don't run. Y'all know which one I got. Hey, that's the only one I got for running, but I don't think nobody running. And then Derek Bragg say facts, said Tony Bob. Yeah, I agree with him too, Derek. I agree with him too. Gil Cole said you can't handle the truth on Don. Yeah. Floyd beat the brakes off of Gotti. Yeah, he did. The complete break. He had no braking system left after that. And Tony Bob right back there. He said, show that you're number one, then the money will surely come. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the pound for pound should be about. Shouldn't be all this other pound for pound. It ain't giving you you're not getting nothing for just having a conversation of being pound for pound. You're not getting no money just, I'm pound for pound. You're not getting no money just because you say I'm pound for pound. You ain't getting a damn thing. What you getting? I'm pound for pound. You're not getting shit for being pound for pound. Just keep us out of the money conversation by getting your ass in making it a better way for yourself, so you can get good fights and get great fights, so we don't have to keep talking about the shit. Should get your ass away from Aram. If you can, go borrow some money, man, and you'll be able to pay it back. To borrow some money, pay your way out, go get you some good fights while you still got some years and some fights left in you, so we can stop talking about your ass. Bank your money, make some good investments, but I know that's a good idea that I came up with right there. I know that's a good idea. Don't even talk about the money. Just fight. Loser takes less money. That's it. That's how it should be in the first place. Loser takes less money. That's how it is in the Super Bowl, ain't it? Don't loser take less money? In most sports, ain't it? Isn't it like that? The loser take less money? Isn't that how it usually works? So why in boxing it got to be different? Because sometimes you might end up with somebody in there be a whole complete mismatch. Like you had champions that lost their championship, and they wasn't a match for the first person they fought. And they probably was the one that was buying for the big contract. And they wasn't even a match. Because it slipped my mind right now. So what was Tommy Hearn's first championship? Was that a matchup? Was it Cuevas? I'm thinking it was it Pepino Cuevas, right? What was his first matchup for a championship? Was that a fight? Was that a styles that make fights, or was that a style that didn't make a fight? And yet you're talking about a championship. Who deserved the bigger bank on that one? Said, shit, you shouldn't even have been champ. And that's kind of, I don't want to disrespect him like that, but damn, you got your ass you got your ass whooped out the frame. And so I go with 40-40 and 20 to the winner. Well, that could work like that. I have no arguments with that. But what I'm saying is just pay them up front. The upfront money should just be to take care of their team. Because neither one of them broke, and they like, hey, I'm broke right now. No. It's like that should take care of what's up front. Just take care of your upfront stuff, all your bills up front. And then after the fight, after all the numbers is put together, then split that up. And winner just takes bigger. And what your 40-40-20 is still coming out to what I said. About 60-40, something like that. Now, if you got destroyed, I don't know. Say a destruction can lead to 70-30. I'm sorry. You just got destroyed. That's a 70-30. And then let the winner decide. If he was like, he fought me good. It was gallant. You know what I mean? Let the contract speak for itself, but then let the that's what I would say. Then let whoever won, then we'll let them decide if they want to give out, if they want to give more. Like if it was a good fight, like, oh yeah, that was a good fight, man. Shit, we got to do that again, man. I'm gonna give him X amount more. Just give him 5% more because this hell of a fighter, like that. And that's what we want to hear anyway, because we want to hear about like the great fights like that. But yeah, the runners, that's what we got. We ain't got the fish. But we got him out there on the lake. That's why my eagle don't have nothing in his web, up in his talons right there. He looking over the lake like, God dang, ain't no fish up in here? He like, what? He looking though. His neck is out good. And even he got his neck stretched out. Yeah. Yeah. I totally I agree with him too. That's a good one. Don actually put out a good one. And then Don stopped that though. Now you're still talking about that running shit. Danny running from T-Bud Crawford with those shoes on good. Yeah, the chicken got his shoes on good, but we don't. The chicken gang. Damn, E-Wood. The gang of chickens. That's what it is, man. But we want to get these fights in though, man. That's what we want to do. Yeah, we want to get these damn fights in. Yeah, that's what I said, Derek Bay. Yeah, that's what it was, Pepino. Yeah, but that was a straight up ass whooping though, right? Yeah. Oh, E-Wood actually came back and said, oh, he's been talking a little bit, huh? E-Wood at work, y'all. He be having up that frowny face. Yeah. And then now he's on basketball. He said if the Lakers said the Clippers don't draw, are they champions? No. Well, if you compare the Lakers with the Clippers, then no, the Clippers don't draw like the Lakers do. Never have. Never have. Even when they was trying to go for a championship run, I mean, maybe that's the only time is when they had a couple of years where they was going for a championship run where the Lakers was just out of it. But people, diehard Laker fans is just diehard Laker fans. See, they go E-Wood again. He at work. You see he cussing. That's why he got the tape over his mouth. He like, these motherfuckers over here at work. Then Gil Cole said, doesn't enough Bud make 3.5 a fight? So how is the money a problem? Pay Bud is 3.5. It shouldn't be if that's what he make, right? Gil said he make 3.5. If that's what he make, then shit. Earl should just offer him 3.5. Don't worry about what I get. You getting 3.5. Matter of fact, we're going to give you 3.6 or 3.7. Make you even happy. Yeah. Don said, I don't want to be an 8-piece dinner. Yeah, that's what the chicken is about. The chicken is the 8-piece dinner, man. That's why you stop your damn running. But then again, at Don Dada, if they running, if somebody is running, I just don't see it. But if somebody is running, put it this way. If somebody's running, then they need to stop the damn running so we can get the fights done. That's what they need to do. They need to stop the damn running so we get the fights done. But we're not in there in the negotiation table or in that room, and we're not filling out that paperwork with them. You see, I would like to be in there. I damn sure report back to my Eagle Web. Y'all already know that the Eagle Web in there in the negotiation with him. He taking notes, man. We're gonna find out what the hell the real deal is. Yeah. So I don't know. Don Dada. If you're talking to the chat host, me, I don't know. If you talk to my web watchers, I don't know. They might jump on you again because they've been having fun with your ass. And Derek Bailey ain't really get a piece of you yet. He letting you live. Ain't nobody jumping on you. But is Bud the real runner? I don't know. You put the question out there, so now Eagles will ask the same question. Is Bud, and anybody's opine, is Bud really the real runner? Because I've been saying this shit for over a year. And I've been saying it in here for a long time. And Tony will attest to this because I know he done came to enough of my lives and stuff. Tony knows that I've been saying this over and over again for Bud to pay his way out since he got so much money. Tony, have you ever heard me say that before? For Bud to pay his way out that damn contract so we can get these fights done or just stick with Bob on that old BS level. And then Derek Bailey at Gil Cole said, yes, at Gil Cole's. Yeah. Gil Cole, see, even Derek Bailey jumping on. Derek Bailey say 3.5. Get that 3.5 and that's it. And then Don Dada, he jumping on Gil. Gil, how many times Keith make 3.5? And then he asks Bud. And so now I ask my chat if he's running. I ask, is Bud the one that's really running? Are we looking past it and blaming Aram and Bud is the one running? That's the question now. That's the question that was posed up in the chat right now. Is Bud the real runner, y'all? Is Bud really the runner? Are we blaming Master Bob, but is Bud really the runner? No, it's almost till he retired, Tony. I think his ass is stuck in for 5 years, something like that. You said 4 fights? No, I think he stuck in for 5 years. I think it was a year contract, not a fight contract. And it's and you can tell it's a year contract because that's why Bob ain't trying to get no fights made. Yeah. Jay Cooley said, Don said Keith made more than Bud in one fight against Pac. Then Gil Cole said, Don. He said Keith just did 60K pay-per-views. What was Bud's last pay-per-view? And he crying. See? That's why I said, Don, this ain't your day, man. You got to calm down with it, man, because ain't nobody in the web didn't put a little bit of hands on you. Everybody holding your ass up. Everybody holding up and y'all stop messing with my Don, though. Don, that's still my boy, man. But, hey, is this your day? And Gil having fun with it because Gil know that Gil done had days in here, too. Gil had neck up in here. Everybody know that. Gil used to always have neck up in here. And that's my boy right there. That's my boy right there. That's Gil. That's my boy right there. I'm telling y'all right now that I could text Gil right now. I could text Gil right now and tell him to shut his ass up. He could text me and say eagle something. You know what I mean? But that's just what it is. But usually somebody come in here and they get it. I don't think Tony ever got it. I mean, maybe a little bit, but not just like a taste. But shit, everybody that came up in here and got a little bit like shit. I give myself. I told you there's no safety in numbers and there's no safety in neck up in Eagles Web. No safety. None. Zero. All blue mean is you ain't gonna get clipped by somebody in blue. That's all it mean. That's the whole blue mean. And it mean I mess with you because you mess with me. That's what it mean. And Don said Keith sold his belt and gave the other way. God dang. See, that's what gets you in trouble, Don. Because if you're going to keep saying stuff like that, you know they're going to jump on you about it. If you're going to jump on Keith, you know they're going to jump on you. They're going to jump on Bud. And then Tony Bob's right back. He said, I do believe he owes Bud. That he owes Bud. He should have enough to buy out. A buyout. To do a buyout, basically. Yep. Yep. Probably should. He should, though, Tony. He should just go ahead and get that shit done, though. That's what we talking about, man. We wouldn't have a lot of these conversations we wouldn't have to have like that. We would have better conversations if these fighters was in better positions. Then we would have better conversations and we probably could get these good fights. Because they killing the money themselves, man. It's just like when you're actually boxing and you're killing your own work. The same thing with these contracts and shit. When you getting these effed up contracts and you killing your own work. You're killing your money work. Like, we don't give a damn about your money, but you killing that. And that's putting a hold up on us. Now you holding us up because of your stupid shit. All right, let me finish reading down a little bit. Tony laughing out loud. And I think E. Wood said, I think boxing should be like that. Winner take the bigger part. That's right. Then they wouldn't be dragging that ass to make the fight. And they would have better fights, too, because they really be trying to, hey, I got to get this bag. Because guess what boxing started at? Remember we talked about that? Because I talked to y'all about the seconds. Remember I talked about the seconds? What was the seconds for in boxing? This was a trivia question. What was the seconds for in boxing when they first had seconds? Before gloves, what was it for? Get your ass out there and get that bag. See? Something switched up. So they switched it up from the winner to the popularity contest. Oh, I think he's pound for pound. He's cute or some stupid shit. That's what it fell into. Yeah. I don't know what all this bullshit, all this, I was about to say SARS, but all this COVID, this Corona and all this is canceling canceling fights. Man, we'd be lucky. We need to be able to get some fights. Shit. Yeah, they canceling everything around. Shit, it's so silent around here. Everything canceled. Go home. Jay Cooley said, Bud never been in a real fight. Well, at a lower weight, he's been in some fights. And I would say that last fight was kind of a fight, but yeah, his opposition is kind of, that's what I'm saying. I haven't even jumped on Bud. You know what I'm saying? His opposition been kind of shaky, though. Yeah, even though I haven't jumped on him, but everybody's still getting on him. Yep. Tony Boswell said, Don Dada, I think the Stevenson fight is still on behind closed doors. We'll see it. And then Don Dada said, I heard it's off. And then Tony Boswell right back. I think Marlon's Corner and Trey X are calling the fight. Well, we're going to see. If they are, we'll be there. I can probably be. I'll be there myself. I'll be up in there. Y'all see Eagles Web up in there. But yeah, man, I don't even know how long this chat was, man. Y'all held Eagle up on this one. Y'all like, no, Eagle week. Damn, this is the whole thing about this. Is I thought this was like, I said this would probably be like one of my shortest shows right here. It ended up being one of my longest shows right here. It's because we got stuck on that damn Bud thing and all that. And only a few people can agree on some of the pound for pounds, but at least we got a lot of stuff out because we got to talk about the bullshit, the politics, and some of the bullshit behind the boxing. Is that we just need to clean that shit up, and we got a little bit of that stuff off our chest because it's like Tony said, climb your ass in the ring and challenge somebody. You know what I'm saying? And just like our agreement, hey, winner take that bag. And you got to get dropped off a little bit less. So if we made that the standard, think about it. If that was the standard, then there wouldn't be no talks about it. Hey, we're going to make that fight happen. So I know I can whoop that ass. I'm getting my 70 or I'm getting my 65 and you just settle for your 35 because I'm whooping that ass. Good. And then even the fight talk, the hype before the fight would even be better. We get some good talkers then. And then they ask to stop being fat, walking around getting their tank on. They'll stop being fat and shit, getting their tank on and being overweight during the weigh, and they'll be right on point. They be right at the 147. They be 147.9, 146.9. They be right at the, at the light welter, 139.9. Everybody be on point with that weight, especially if they know that bag, and then plus not just the bag, but they know those penalties are gonna hit their ass if they not on point. Yeah. Okay, Tony said they just shut down my brother's son's school in New Mexico down for 4 weeks. God dang. In New Mexico? Damn, New Mexico too hot to have disease, right? No, so Gamboa was a good fight, fam. Yep, that was a good fight. Yep, 4 weeks, damn. Yeah, they getting us over here. Right now, I'm stuck in like a lot of wind right now for where I'm at. The wind is just blowing like it's mad right now. For March, I never seen it. I never heard of it and seen it. The wind blowing like this today, man. Team Bud all day and tomorrow too. Okay, well you stick with Team Bud, but you and Team Bud got your ass assassinated today. Y'all got your ass whooped today though, Don. That's all right though. Everybody take one. Tony laughing out loud, then Don right back. What percentage Porter get? Porter, if you take an ass whooping, then his ass take 35 or 40. Then Don Dada said, Mikey got what? I don't know what they got. I don't care what they got. Mikey got paid pretty good. He got paid good. He got paid good enough to stay his ass out of boxing for a long time. No, I'm not saying. Bud is putting himself in that position, though, Don. We already done told you, man. Bud is effing himself up. I'm telling you, man. Bud is putting himself in. So 30 is not going to be ridiculous after a while. Because Bud is putting himself in that kind of position right now. Because you're taking yourself down the echelon. Now, I don't care how you make that fight with Danny. Because if he's number one, at least you're taking care of your obligations of fighting number one over in the WBO. At least do that. At least you're going to get some more talk. Because you're not going to get that much talk with the people that you're fighting. With the people that you're fighting, you're not going to get that much talk. And it's sorry. You're just not. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. You took your ass whipping like a champ because the one thing about it, Don Dada, hey, look, y'all got to give Don Dada props because he still kept peeping his head up like, y'all fucking me up, but I'm coming right back. Don Dada, like, I still got something for y'all's ass. I don't care. Y'all go ahead and y'all go ahead and push me. You know, y'all push people back and forth from one rope to another, one corner to another. Get your ass over there. No, get your ass over there. That's how everybody was doing Don today. Don was getting in all corners and shit. And from the Eagles' view, too, from on top, Don was getting it. I had to stay off him a little bit because y'all wrapping him up. But he's right. He said, I took my ass whipped like a man today, though. Yep. Yeah, Gil took. Yeah, but y'all give him his props, man. He took his ass whipped like a man. He can get all mad, though, because some people got that real super rice paper thin ass skin and shit where they be trying to throw the wrench back. Dude, you take my wrench away if you want to. Like old Chris, man. And I bring up Chris because Chris ain't show his ass back up in here. And I didn't unmod him. And that's the whole thing. I didn't unmod your ass. You could still come in here, but you just couldn't hold my conversation. But I told you you had to have thick skin up in here. And it's not armor thick. It don't have to be like, oh, I got armor. You don't have to have armor thick skin in here. You just have to be able to go back and forth, to debate back and forth, and then understand sometimes that one of our ideas might be a little bit effed up. Like, okay, I might be wrong. Because you think about it after the chat, then you be like, oh, because I have people come back to me like later after the chat, be like, oh, Eagle, you was right the other day about this. Or they'll email me or type in the comments or something like that after the live is over with, and they say, oh, you was right about this or whatever. But it's okay. I don't really care. It's just that, because this is grown folks chat. And a lot of times, some grown folks got to take their ass whoopings just like a man, like they got to every once in a while. And sometimes we got to take our ass whooping. Like I said, everybody get their neck out there. Everybody. And if everybody don't know, I used to beat the shit out of Gil. And Gil will be here. Because Gil used to take uppercuts and shit from Eagles Web. And Gil be right back. Don said, nowhere to hide the web. No. Once that web gets sticky, that's it, man. And see, but web watchers, they like vultures too. They like, what? Is there some kind of kill down there? Tony got his hands up good clapping. Yeah, but yeah. So my web be on you. All of them. Even Derek. Derek be looking out now. Remember Derek used to be a little bit more quiet. But Derek be looking out like, what his eyes get big. Like, what's going on with it? Derek he'll go check your page out. But we had nothing but family today, though. It was all family today, though. They didn't want nothing. Once they seen, I don't know, they might have seen the what was going on with Don. They said, no, I don't even want to jump in on that one. Yep. They didn't even want to jump in. They could at least tag team and help Don out a little bit. Nobody from the outside of the web. Somebody on top of the web didn't even want to come down. Oh, stop that shit, Don. Ain't nobody said nothing about no water took the whipping, and he disagreed. Nah, yeah, I'm gonna stay on that. I'm gonna stay on that too. That's gonna be in the web for a while until Eagle Face gets tired of putting it up in there. That cheating MF deserves to actually be banned from boxing. But I want to see the next fight, even if they strip him. He need to be actually stripped and still made to have a fair fight, a mandatory fight with Wilder. They should strip him and still make him fight. Or let them both go bare knuckles. They both go bare knuckles. Then see what's up then. Because I know if they go bare knuckles, I know his ass is going out. He's getting knocked out in probably less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes of the first round if him and Wilder go bare knuckles. Because Wilder is gonna crack him. Because that same boxing shit with the gloves ain't gonna work because you don't have as much mass on the hand. You just got that hand. And for him being 6'9", his hand is not that big for him being 6'9". It's not. It is not. No, so they wanted to hit me too. No, they ain't nothing to where wanted to hit you, man. They just jump. Hey, every once in a while somebody got to take it. Yeah, my brother said he gets no champion fight for 10 years. God dang. That's a long ass time, man. I'd just go ahead and work at the donut shop or something like that, man. If somebody's gonna do me like that, man. But y'all know what it is. Let's get out of here, man. We had a good Friday, man. We had a long Friday, man, and it was nice. I don't know if we got to the bottom of the pound for pound, but still, We exposed a few things on Pound for Pound chat today, and Don Dottie got an Eagle Web chat smash down today. But he'll be back. He'll brush it off. He's gonna brush it off, y'all. He's gonna come back. So don't worry about Don Dottie. He's gonna brush it off, come back. He's just like, damn, nobody's safe. And everybody see. Hey, ain't nobody safe in the web. Everybody can get it. Don't matter blue or chat host, your ass can get it up in Eagles Web, man. Cause ain't no hiding in here. There's no safety, like he said, ain't no safety and nowhere to run. If you come up in the web, there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide right there. Yeah. Nowhere to hide up in here, man. But y'all know what it is, man. And my shout out to all the real people that I see, man. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me, man. Nothing but blessings, baby. Yep. Y'all have a good weekend, man. I'm going to see y'all, man.